Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. What is it? January 24th. It's January 24th. It's Saturday. Kind of bored before work. I was like, let's make a video. What do we got going on today? Hockey. There's already been a lot of soccer and kind of funny in a way. I don't know, depending on what you're a fan of. But what's it called? Bayern lost 2-1. I don't know what's with that. I don't know why my headset on. So imagine you live bet Augsburg when they were down 1-0. I would have paid something. Anyway, there's been a lot of upsets lately. Like yesterday, the Pacers beat the Thunder in the NBA. Um, Hornets are beating the Wizards right now. So one thing I will start, well, first of all, everything I forgot to mention this in the video I made the other day. Everything I do is free. I never charge for anything. Never buy picks. Never blah blah blah. I don't care if you tell me where you're buying picks from is winning. I don't care. Just don't do it. You're already at a huge disadvantage when you're gambling, especially on sports or wherever. Um, which is why the default is like minus 110, minus 105, because that already gives the books an advantage because it's not even money. Anyway, and I know like I'll just use this as an example, and I don't want to call you out, but you're new to my Discord, and I don't want to piss you off, but he added the Hornets at halftime, and they were minus 600. They're up like 8 points, and I just like he made this parlay on his own. I don't make parlays like this, at least very rarely. And I told him just don't put the Hornets at minus 600. Sure, they're up, whatever, but they could still come. The Wizards could still come back. The Hornets should win this game, no doubt. But I mean, crazier things have happened. So all I'm saying is don't add a minus 600, don't add a minus 1,000, don't add a minus 5,000. What you want to do is take this out of your parlay, and I can't do it because I don't have Hard Rock. I'm assuming this guy lives in Florida. Um, and then let's say it goes from payout 800 to 600. I don't know. You're subtracting 200, 150 bucks, whatever it is. Like, is that really going to make that much of a difference when you're already making a 5 leg parlay or whatever this is? Is it five? He ended up making a different parlay. He took the Hornets out, but my point is stop adding these ridiculous odds to your parlays, especially let's do football. I think that's the best example. Like, oh, passing yards is probably like a lot of people love doing this. They'll put like Ingram for, well, I guess it doesn't matter, 25 yards. Like, let's just say 5 yards, whatever, minus 900, yippee, right? Like, what is that going to do? And just as an example, let's say Stevenson scores and Henry scores. So it's plus 574, right? But let's say Ingram gets hurt on the first play of the game, and now, well, I guess a lot of books offer insurance now, so it's void. But let's say they don't offer insurance, and you lose the parlay because of that. But I'm just going to subtract this from it, and let's see the difference. 574, 562. That's $14 difference in your winnings. That is not worth putting in. Maybe we could use NBA as an example. Oh, right now. So the Hornets are minus 2,500. They're up 10 points. 10 points. And they're minus 3,000. So it's 562. You take that out, it's still what? Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong thing. Plus 581 at minus 3,500. It goes down to 562. That's not worth $20 risking something like that. That's all I'm saying. It's simple as that. Now, this is what I would do. If your logic is, let's go to alt. All right, so sometimes people will put an alt spread, right? Plus 20.5. That's minus 3,000. Well, what's the regular spread? Oh, this is a terrible example because it's basically a pick 'em. Let's do one with a big spread. Okay, the Jazz are +7, right? So let's say you want to outline them and give them more points. Holy crap. Here we go. So now the first one's 7.5. So now you keep going. Let's just say you add, I want to do a bigger number because it's a better example. Let's take the Knicks off. So let's say you give them +20.5, which is -670. So this parlay is now +661. And now it's +562. So that's basically $100, $99, right? Is in your mind, is that worth risking to add another leg to a parlay? In my opinion, no. Especially if you get down to like these crazy. I see people add +5,000s and like whatever. I mean, you can think it's a guarantee, but it isn't always. Like for example, the Bayern Munich losing in that game. I'm sure after they scored the first goal in the first half 1-0, they were probably huge favorites. And I don't know if people are throwing huge money on something like that, but they lost. So that's my point is you don't want to do that. Instead, if you think I should actually use Miami as an example. So on the opposite end, if you do minus, so they're -7. So if you think they can't cover the 7, just do the opposite. Just take the Jazz +7. Don't don't kill your odds. If you're killing your odds, you're helping the book out. And then if that loses, you help the book out even more. And you're killing your possible cash out, which most people in my Discord know I don't like cashing out. But if I don't know, I just see a lot of people outlining like college football. And if a team's -14.5, they'll shrink it down to like -9.5. Well, if you don't think they can cover the 14.5, why don't you just take the other team? Just take the +14.5. Like where's the logic there? That's what I don't understand. Like think of it that way. Think it like just change your mindset is all I'm saying. I just kind of I don't know. I just see a lot of weird things and it can bother me quite a bit. Um anyways, let's see. Try to see if there's anything else. So Discord's free, everything's free, 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 free. And I'm not like saying it to get you to join. It's just everything's free. And I don't want to sound like a nerd, but I'm Psycho Steve from Reddit, which my write-ups for home runs were getting like 7,000 views every day, and people were begging for my write-ups. And just if anyone recalls from last season when I finally started sharing my bets, yeah. So, and see, the Wizards are still in this game. I mean, I don't think they're gonna win, but they're still in the game. We will do some. I'll go over NFL again. I did do it in my last video. NBA, I will look at it, but this is mainly going to be a hockey video. There's already a game going on, Sabres and Islanders, which obviously we won't go over. Dude, Stamkos on Nashville, man, if he scores a goal early, just live bet him for another because he had 4 goals a couple weeks ago, then he had a hat trick their last game. Like this guy is he's old. He's kind of old. He's kind of an unk in a way, like me, but he's still playing well. Um, so yeah, take maybe even, and I would recommend pre-gaming the 2 goals. I know a lot of people are live betting 2 goals, but I mean +1,200 is pretty nice. Unless it's like the third period, then you might get really good odds. But if he already has 2 goals, then you're not going to get that great of odds. So obviously, I like Stamkos and Gunther, the huge, and wow, this guy's odds is down. But what a name. It was good to see Marchessault score a goal their last game. I was surprised at how many people took him. Unless he just recently came back from injury. I honestly don't even know. Um, uh, any long shots? So the under is actually minus odds. It's in Nashville. So they actually like this game to be lower scoring, but I think it could be a high scoring game. I wouldn't be scared of that. And obviously Forsberg's okay too. Keller had a couple goals last game. Schmaltz I like. So this game looks okay. But I would go Stamkos and Gunter for sure. I like them both. Lightning played last night against my Hawks and won in a shootout. That was actually I liked the Lightning in that game, and that was I don't know. I watched a lot of it, and man, both teams just looked like trash. Honestly, it was kind of an embarrassing performance by the Lightning because they're one of the favorites to win the cup this year. They've been playing pretty well lately. Kucherov's always good. Since Jake didn't score yesterday, like kind of the usual guys, they only scored one goal and then went to the shootout. Um, I could see them coming to life here. And then, of course, everyone loves. Where is he? Is he hurt? There he is. I got to get new glasses. I can't see. But Werenski had, I think he had the only goal in their game the other day. So obviously, the first goal. First goal, be careful with those bets. Those are a lot harder than you think. Because if Jake Christensen scores the first goal and you're like, oh shit, I lost again, then you're going to feel bad. But hey, maybe. Yeah, what do you think? Maybe? I don't even know who he is. So, then some long shots. I know everyone loves Radish. I like this Holmberg guy because I work with someone named Pontus. So I just think it's kind of funny taking him. And he's actually been pretty good too. Um, yeah, I think that looks good. And then Coyle's been pretty good too. But I would prioritize Kucherov. The main I would go with the main Lightning, and then I like Werenski. Marchment started off hot when he joined them, but he's kind of tapered off. But he's still for 310. I mean, those are pretty good odds. Why does this keep blinking? All right. And then the Hurricanes and Senators. Let's make sure I'm recording. 12 minutes. I am recording. That'd be bad if I wasn't talking to myself. Chuck had a goal changed to him last game. It was given to Cousins. And I noticed some people talking about it. If the puck goes off any part of your body and then it goes in the goal, you get credit for the goal. So keep that in mind. It was actually kind of hard to tell, but it looked like it went off his knee. I only saw a couple angles real quickly, like on a TikTok or something, or a Twitter or something. I don't remember. And it looked like it just grazed his knee. And if it just literally, if it goes off your ass cheeks, it counts for you as a goal. So, because the guy in the showing the video said, "Oh, you see, he had his skate or his stick up," but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to go off your stick. It can literally. The only thing you can't do as the offensive player is kick it into the goal with your skate. You can't physically kick it into the goal. If you kick it into the goal, it's a no goal. So that's the only exception to that rule. Anyway, this game I don't like. I'll just say it out loud. Um, I don't think this is a good game to pick from. Yeah. All right, on to the next. And the under is heavily favored too. Minus 130 is pretty crazy. Okay, Red Wings and Jets. I believe the Jets played last night. Is that correct? Oh wow, there's another game start. I didn't realize. Oh well, the Predator game's starting now, so maybe after I get the video out, you can live bet it if you feel like it. Did the Jets play? I honestly don't remember. No, they didn't. So they had the day off. 20 and 23. Wow, what a disappointing year for them and the Red Wings. This should be a good game. I like this game. Connor and Markey. You could always parlay them too. Plus 435 isn't too shabby just to parlay them. And then the obvious Red Wings. Raymond's been pretty hot. He's a good choice. And if you want a long shot, it's not, I mean, JVR isn't really a long shot, but he's okay. And that's about it. I would go with the chalk in this game for sure. 2 goals for any of the ones that you like, I think is good. But yeah, this should be a pretty solid game. I like this game. And then Bruins and Canadians. Stop. What is going on? Okay. It is Geeky Saturday. With that said, he has been absolutely terrible lately. Um, we'll let's illustrate this like I'd like to do with baseball. Let's see how bad he's been. And I just mean goal scoring. I don't really mean anything else. Just purely goal scoring. I'm sure he's fine as other stuff, but he has one goal this entire month. He had 5 goals last month. So before the most recent goal he had in this loss to Dallas on the 20th, which was 4 days ago, he had a goal. So it took him exactly a month to get another goal. December 20th to January 20th. So not really a big fan of him right now. Canadians, they're actually pretty good this year, so they are better than Boston, but I do think this game could go either way. I would prefer Pasternak. We'll call him David. DP, David. But Gigi's fine. Caulfield and Suzuki are always okay. This guy, he's really good on the power play, so I like him. And this guy didn't play the last game. I wanted to take him, and he didn't play, but looks like he's back. So I do like Alexandre. I don't know how to say his name, but you can go with him. And then if you want to try for these like crazy long shot Bruins, you can like I don't know say this guy's name. We'll call him MK like Mortal Kombat, but either MK or Minton. If you want to go for like a long shot, that's perfectly fine with me. Um, yeah, this game should be pretty decent. I'm not really vibing any 2 goals, except if you want to try pasta, you, or you can go with pasta points. If you think it's going to be a high scoring game, take him for ladders points, 2, 3. What's his 1 assist? Yeah, so I would do 2 assists plus 390 for 2 assists for him is really good. And then if he had 6 assists like a week or two ago, so I mean, if you want to give it a whirl, I'm not mad at you. Plus 1,300 for 3 assists, I think that's great. So you can ladder his points or anyone else you like in this game, Caulfield, Suzuki, whatever, you know. So yeah, looks like a good looking game here. And what's next? Kings and Blues. So the Kings are an oddball. It was fun the other day when I called out Kempe first goal and he scored 18 seconds into the game. So made a lot of people a lot of money that day. I don't remember when that was. Was that Monday? It was either Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. But you can always take Kempe first goal. I'm always down. That's why I like him. He's reliable for that. This game's a little sketchy though. I'll be honest. Actually, the under is 5.5 and it's favored. So I think this is a game we should avoid. If you want to try Kempe or Fiala, that's fine. But shoot, I didn't even see that. They are projecting a very low scoring game here. So be careful with this game. I'm not gonna officially click on anyone's name there. Wild and Panthers. Okay, so they are favoring the under. Looks like Boldy's back. Okay, so be careful. I have been liking Tarasenko and Hartman, but with Boldy and Ek both back, I'd be really careful with that. I like Boldy because he hasn't played, so I consider him just well rested since he's been hurt. Ek came back to the last game, so he's been back for a game. But I always like Boldy and Cap, and that's another teammate parlay you can do. Um, this is another game I would be careful with though, just because Florida, yeah, that's a tough call. The Wild have been good. They have a good defense. The Panthers are getting healthier. They got Kachuk back. And they have a pretty good defense too. I think their games have been kind of low scoring lately. Just from what I remember off the top of my head. Let's look at their last one. Yeah, I went 2-1 in a shootout with the Jets. But the wild games gotta get kind of wild, if you know what I'm saying. So it's another game just kind of I would go light on if you take anyone. But yeah, I would pick the Wild to win this game though. So Cap and Boldy would be my guys. Are there any long shots that I like? Mm, not really. Since they got healthy, it's going to be harder to take some of these guys. Eck is okay though for 260. I'm okay with that. Perfectly fine with me. This game still doesn't have a score. I'm curious what's going on in the NBA game. Yeah, it's still like, nah. I hate picking two teams that just are tanking. You know, it's hard. It's hard to win those ones. All right, I think this is the last game of the day. It's kind of a small slate. Wow, wow, look at this. The under is plus 100. Hmm. I want to see. Who do they have starting in this one? Ingram and Lindgren. 3.25. The Oilers have looked like trash for the last couple of games. I don't know what it is. Ingram's pretty good though. I think they played last night, so this is probably their backup. So the Oilers should hopefully wake up today. So they should be good. This is a good reference too. You click show more and it tells you how many goals a game they allow. Oh, the Canadians goalie allows almost 3.5 a game. That's a lot. These games are already started. So maybe Boston is actually a better pick. Anyway, that doesn't always matter. But they really like this game, so take the three main guys on the Oilers, and then the Caps are the Caps. They're on a back to back. They played last night. I don't know. I mean, Jacob for 420 is a nice odds, so it's not the worst. Protoss did score last night. I think they actually won that game pretty easily. Or did they lose? No, they won 3-1. Okay. I know Ovechkin had a typical empty netter. He's actually if you bet last goal on the because there is some books allow it have that bet. You can always bet Ovechkin and Kucherov for last goal because they love empty netters. And I want to say Wilson, he just hasn't done anything since he come back. So I mean, if you want to give him a whirl, that's fine. But I think this is a bounce back game for the Oilers. So once again, you can if you want to ladder McDavid's points. His 2 points is minus, which isn't really surprising, especially at home. So it does make it a little harder to take, but you could still throw something on it. Probably better to just take his assist at plus 176, and then three is plus 600. See the difference though between that and Pasternak's? He was plus 1300, which is pretty crazy. But anyway, I do always like McDavid, and then a sneaky guy for assist could be Draisaitl. I probably wouldn't take him for three, but he was plus 1,000, so it's not that bad. Let's let Oreo inside, buddy. But yeah, I'm vibing the Oilers today. I think they have a bounce back game against the Capitals backup goalie. And that was the last one. Yep, that's Sunday morning. Okay. Real quick, like I said, I already kind of my last video. If you want to go look back at it, I think the Patriots defense is a pretty good bet in this game, just to test Jarrett Stidham. Um, Maybe he'll throw a pick six. Maybe he'll have issues handling. Maybe he'll fumble, and then they'll pick up one for a fumble recovery touchdown. Other books offer, I think DK does. I know Fanatics does. They offer defense and special teams. It's a combined bet. On Fanatics, it's like plus 410, which is, the odds are going to be worse because they combine special teams and defense. If they do a punt return or a kickoff return for a touchdown, then this doesn't get paid out. So keep that in mind. I think there might be somewhere you can do it on FanDuel. I don't want to look for it right now, so it might take me an hour. Or they don't. I'm not really sure. But I think that's okay. I do like Walker in the Seattle game. You can also take him for two if you want. And I also like Stevenson. And maybe Henry. I think that's okay. I don't. Fanatics has a boost for a Jared Stidham one passing touchdown. It's like plus 525 or something. What are his odds on FanDuel? Receiving yards, passing props. No way. Did I read it wrong? It's gotta be something else. Unless they just boosted the crap out of it. Because it's completely possible he does not get a passing touchdown, so it could just be bait. I'm gonna look. I'm looking at my phone real quick. Of course, I don't even see it now. It was probably like a flash thing or something. Anyway, I don't know. Look at your if you have Fanatics, look at it and see if they're offering anything like that. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, I see. His over is just for one touchdown. His under is plus. But yeah, these are kind of weird games to pick. I know a lot of people are just gonna blindly pick the or the Patriots money line. Just I'm not saying the Broncos are gonna win this game. Just I feel like you just shouldn't add this to a parlay because this game is gonna just for whatever reason it's gonna be closer than you think, or the Patriots win by 40. I don't one or the other. It's really hard to predict this game. I know it always looks easy, and you think in your brain this looks easy, but it's not as easy as it looks. And please, for God's sake, do not add Drake May for 150 passing yards. Just want to repeat it. Don't add Cortland Sutton for 25 yards at minus 440. If Stidham might be horrible and he might throw for 90 passing yards. Like, don't don't bait yourself into picking stuff like this. Even Diggs for 25, and then you, oh man, well, Diggs sold me. He hooked me. I it kind of triggers me when people say stuff like that. I'd rather say that I got fucked over or something. I don't know. I don't like these like terms people use like I got hooked or whatever. You didn't get hooked by shit. You're the one who clicked place bet, so it's on you. Let's look at NBA real quick. Yeah, it's up by 15. See, like this is a great example. Don't add a minus 20,000. Like you could add. I actually let's look at this really quick. I'm gonna add a bunch of pluses, even though these are small. But this is a great example. So they're minus 20,000. So here's a five leg with all plus monies, and let's take the minus 20,000 off it. Plus 5,007. It goes to plus 4,982. So that's like I don't even know 18 plus 7. It's like $25 is what the difference in that. So like you adding this is literally pointless. Like there's just literally no reason to do it. Now, yeah, the Hornets are going to win this game, but there's just no reason to do it. That's all I'm saying. Don't add those astronomical odds onto your parlays because the one time you do it and it busts your parlay, you're really gonna hate yourself. Like if you added Bayern Munich money line during the game and then they lost, then you're just really gonna feel stupid. So, oh, also another rule I have, and my friend actually sent me. Well, first of all, I'll give you what my friend likes. He likes he's been taking Harvey for it's been 1.5 receptions. Now I believe it's 2.5. Oh, it's 3.5 now. Ooh. He said he's been betting over 1.5, but that was his normal line the entire playoffs, and he's been cashing on it. But then he parlayed it with and he's keep in mind he is a Patriots fan, but he parlayed it with the Patriots. But this, yeah, they killed his total receptions. That's not good. Now, with that said, I could see him getting like 3 or 4 just because backup quarterbacks do like check downs to their running back. So it is completely possible that he catches 4 passes. But another rule I have, which the vast majority of you know, is I don't add money lines to player prop parlays. There has been many examples of people doing this, and they hit every prop and they lost because they took a team to win and the team lost. So please, please do not add a money line. It's called a player prop parlay for a reason. It's player props. It's not a money line player prop. So take that out and do whatever. I'm not saying do this. Oreo, stop it. So that's another rule I have. I'm gonna start my next video with that. That's another because I don't know. I don't think people watch the entire video. Anyway, I think that's all I'm gonna do. Unless I want to do the other game. These games are kind of tough. I think this game is gonna be high scoring. Oh yeah, I already mentioned Walker. I would do Puka over Adams, and then I think Williams is okay too because Williams could catch and he can run one in. So I think those are fine. Corum is a sneaky play. You know, these coaches like to change it up, so but yeah. I'll pretty much leave these to you guys to guess. Oh, that was a little burpy hiccup. Cool. Well, I wanted to make a video today. I don't know. Why not, right? Baseball's in about 2 months. February is the shortest month of the year, so we'll just say 2 months. Because February is a whopping 28 days, and we're on January 24th. So I'm excited for that. I got my, where is it? Where's my countdown? Damn, I am blind today. I got my, I do this, I've been doing my countdown since December 31st. Every day I post it, and then people, it's kind of funny. I might do a giveaway for baseball opening day or something. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of fun. But let's get some people joining and subscribing to my YouTube. And if another thing I should have said in the beginning of the video, I need to like make a structure. But if you can comment and like the video, and then I'll definitely do a giveaway. If I can get like 100 likes, 200 likes, something like that, for all the videos I'm going to make building up to baseball. And then obviously the baseball video is going to be big. I want that one to like pop off, but we'll see. We'll see what happens because I can't advertise on Reddit anymore since they banned me, which is kind of funny, but whatever. All right, everyone, have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.